Hello and welcome everyone to the Capricorn full moon ceremony. Today's June 24th, 2021. I'm Kathy Forrest and so excited to be with you all today. I was saying earlier, this is a full moon we've been waiting for. So let's call in sacred space. Let's see who's chatting with me. Portland, Oregon, welcome. Hello, hello, hello to everyone. All right, let's do this. Let's all take a big deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to drop our grounding cords down into the earth. And then we're going to inhale and draw that earth energy up, send it up and out through the top of the head. Connect with the heart of the great mother above us, that black hole sacred womb that is right above this planet. We're going to inhale, call her energy down, and send it all the way down into the earth. This is the energy that birthed us, that birthed this planet. And we're in this for a few more years, so we need to enjoy it and access it. So feel that flow up and down. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth, the ability to be in a body and be here and be happy. Moving to the south, we welcome water, clear, clean, current, emotional energy, the ability to feel and love. Moving to the west, we welcome air and focus, the ability to think, the ability to discern. We welcome our guides, all of our etheric allies and angels and helpers. Moving to the east, we welcome fire and movement and passion and give thanks for the ability to move about the planet. And then moving to the above direction, we welcome the divine feminine and the divine masculine in sacred right relationship. We call that beautiful balanced energy down through our bodies, and we call up Mama Gaia to pull that through us, to magnetize it through us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary soul into this circle. We ask that all these energies be with us, pray with us, dance with us for our mutual benefit. All right, we're going to move. Going to get up and dance and activate all those things that we just called in. Here we go. let's get moving. So like I said, this is a good day. So Mercury went direct on the 22nd, and we just experienced the Cancer solstice. That means the moon was in Cancer when we had the solstice. And, you know, the sun moved into Cancer when we had the solstice as well. So, and some of you may even have been on that solstice ceremony with me. So I want you to just go back a few days to the 20th. And we've had this nice little window. Notice how your body feels. Look back on the past few days, if you can. Have you felt things start to lighten a little bit? Because that's what's happening. Things are beginning to lift. So I'm gonna mute everybody. I can hear some stuff in the background. So I just want you to notice that. Always notice it in your body. We are tremendously affected by the vibration of this planet. I mean, right now we're actually in a really fun moon cycle, the moon cycle of the grandmother of storyteller. And I want you to understand that the earth has her own vibration. It's affected by all the other planets that impinge upon her, but she has her own, and we're affected by both. So at a full moon, whatever the earth is doing is pretty loud. And this is the grandmother that's all about humor, all about playing and having fun and telling stories. And she's got a little coyote energy. So she's kind of like a trickster. So she might play a trick on you, but it's all in fun, and it's all so you can learn a lesson. So that's the kind of energy we have going on down here. Now let's look at what's going on up there. So, and there's a lot of good things. I'm going to move you all over here. Today, the full moon is at 1:40 p.m. Central Time. So in just a little bit, probably before we finish this call. So we're right on it. And any Capricorn full moon is always good for releasing and adjustment. Because we think of Capricorn usually as kind of like a firm taskmaster, kind of like Saturn. And so it expects you to be mature and responsible and manage your time and manage your money. And it's kind of like a wise elder. But this one is a little playful, and I'll tell you why in just a few minutes. So part of the things that we need to be paying attention to, which will feel easier than they usually do this time, are things about work and planning and your home life, and is everything in balance, and are you being a responsible steward of your resources? Is what you're doing sustainable? Because Capricorn's all about that. But this one is special because it is in that it opposes Cancer. So we're in the Cancer sun, and we've had that Cancer energy all this week. So these two are trying to balance each other. And Cancer is all about love and comfort and taking care of people and really sliding into that juicy place, holding safe emotional space for yourself and others. So the two of them are going to work together to make our lives feel better. But part of the relief is that Mercury's gone direct. Thank goodness. I mean, for some people, I heard the craziest stories. I had a few myself. Mostly, I just couldn't keep track of my calendar. But it was a rough one. So it's gone direct. There may still be a little shadow time in there as it makes its adjustment, but we've got a good 3 months before we have to do that again. Jupiter is in sextile with this moon. So what that means is it can smoothly energize luck, joy, and expansion. So you want to think of activities involving higher learning, foreign cultures, something adventurous. And another little bonus is that Jupiter is now in the star of, I hope I say this right, Shadabisha, the Vedic star of healing. So it's a positive sign for turnarounds, especially for healers, for doctors, for anybody in a medical profession. But it's just everything is kind of turning up roses right now. So when you set your intentions today, you want to set intentions, and we'll talk about this more in just a minute, but you want to really keep those things in mind and set some intentions to play, set some intentions to have fun, lighten up. This moon brings an opportunity to clean the slate, falling in the dynamic solstice portal, because it's right there beside it. It comes with a blast of spiritual energy. So the other thing that sometimes people don't know about Capricorn is it has a lot of psychic energy. Its symbol is the ram, and that's the horns on the head. It's like there's a lot. People with Capricorn energy can be very, very intuitive and plugged in. So this one, especially because of all this Jupiter energy, is going to bring in a lot of that big blast of spiritual energy. So if there's old stuff you've been holding on to, people that you're mad at, things that just don't, haven't been working, this is a really good chance to let go of all of that and heal it. It can strip away the sticky remnants of the past, rejuvenating your soul and allowing you to receive subtle messages from the other side. So it's way time for a fresh start. Yeah, good. Shirley, we're gonna send prayers out for your husband, because it's a really good time. It's a perfect day. If he had to have surgery, it's a perfect day to have it. The other thing that's happening out there, it says appearing in the sky of known in the Vedic astrology as Mula, the root star. This deep-rooted full moon has a potent mystical power. Its influence can sharpen intuition, dissolve uncertainty, and make it easier to be decisive. So this is like forward movement, even though usually on a full moon, we're releasing because the moon is getting smaller. We can still release things that are going to help us move forward. And we can integrate all the positive energy. In the days surrounding the full moon, focus on your root chakra, asking for any blocks that are there to be cleared. Symbolized by a tied up bunch of roots, Mula is located near the origin of the mysterious black hole that lies at the center of our swirling galaxy. So it is right by what I call the cosmic womb, because right now, that is directly overhead, because we're at the beginning of that 25,000 year cycle. So it's like we're being rebirthed. So there's tons of information, blessings, all the good things available to us right now. And that's why it's so important that we all be doing ceremony right now, really be calling that in. Mula is said to be a gateway to spiritual realization and a bridge to higher consciousness. Also known as the foundation star, Mula can sever unconscious attachments to pain and suffering. So as we go through the cards and you begin to set intentions, really be thinking about what's been holding you back, what's been in your way that it's really time to release, and ask for those downloads, ask for that guidance, ask to be given whatever it is that's in your way so you can let it go. All right, so here's some questions, and I'm going to give us some journal time. Here's some questions you may want to ponder. I'll move you all back over here. I think we're good now. What changes might help you step more fully into the role of the wise elder, or more capably plan the work and then work the plan? How's your work and home? Where do you need to be more responsible? What ducks do you need to get in a row? What things need to be more organized? And then who do you need to forgive? What do you need to heal? Where do you need a fresh start? So I want you to begin thinking about that. Maybe begin formulating your intention. I'm going to get us some music to journal with. So you get your journals out, and we'll do this for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to go into the card reading. Maybe. Okay. So you'll still have time to write this down, and I'll be sending out a recording as well as the slides if you want to go back and rework some of this. But I want us to get into the card reading because it was perfect. It always is. And there is a link if you all want one of these decks. You can reach out and get one. Okay. In the Earth door, what Earth wants us to be is grounded, which makes perfect sense right now, especially with that Capricorn energy. Capricorn is an Earth sign. It's the biggest Earth sign. So, of course, this is what we pull. It says, in our fast-paced world, it's easy to get disconnected from the Earth because of the magnetic nature of our environment and our bodies. This can be detrimental to all areas of our life, from health to wealth to relationships. The electrical charge, and this is a real thing, the electrical charge we get from literal physical contact with the ground itself is scientifically proven to lower stress, decrease inflammation in the body, and improve overall health. Not to mention the boost that we receive mentally and emotionally. Where do you need to be more grounded? So ponder that for a minute. Journal with that. See if Earth has anything else it needs to say to you. We affectionately call this dirt time, and everybody needs a dose of it every day. I spent several years living outside on the ground in a tent and in an RV and a teepee. I lost 30 pounds and I didn't do anything. I just got the nourishment I needed from the ground, and she supported that. And she really likes for you to come see her and talk to her. So water, move to the south on that feminine axis of the wheel. And this was beautiful. This was perfect for right now. Abundance, defined as a state or condition of having a copious quantity of something, plentifulness. Abundance truly describes the state of this planet. Everything here has the potential to show up abundantly. The natural progression of life on this planet is to beget more life, to grow into more and more abundance. If there are places in your life where you don't feel abundant, it's time to prime the pump. Spend some time aligning with the energy and vibration of abundance. Where do you need to remember that abundance is your natural state? Where do you need to open to receive? The miracle key for stimulating abundance is gratitude. Where do you need to be more grateful today for what may be coming tomorrow? So take a moment with water and see what she has to tell you about being abundant and how she can support you in that. In this full moon energy, what do you need to release? All those things that you're holding on to, those angry feelings, are blocking your abundance. Just let them go. And air. I love this one. The radical revolutionary. This epitomizes me. Air has the power to shift outcomes at a moment's notice. By a simple shift in direction, it can reform all that we've created in a radical new way. A change of our thoughts can cause us to change our course and revolutionize all our outcomes. It all begins with a tiny shift. Where do you need a radical revolutionary shift? Where do you need to think outside the box? What needs adjustment so your creations can burst forth into the physical realm? That's what we came here to do. We came here to be creators. We came here to create. So if you need a boost, air is giving it to you. So journal with air. Ask where you need air to focus its energy, its radical revolutionary energy. And I really loved the fire card this time because all of this air and, big out there energy, fire helps us bring it into focus, which is what Capricorn is all about. So this card is determining. This speaks to clarity and forward movement. It has the feeling of decisive action. Because we live on a planet where all of our outcomes are determined by our actions. I'm going to say that again. All of our outcomes are determined by our actions. All of our outcomes are determined by our actions. We can think and pray and do all the things, but when it comes right down to it, every step we take has an effect on this planet. That is big power. The power to determine the next right step to take and then take it is necessary for the universe to know we mean business. We can set intentions. For instance, let me give you an example. Let's say we set an intention to eat better, and then we go get pizza. The universe is reading not just what we said, but what we do. So that's sending a conflicting message. So that's what I mean when I say our outcomes are determined by our actions. The universe pays attention to what we say, but it pays just as much attention to what we do. So we have to get our actions in alignment with our intention. And that's using this skill of determining. It says when we use the skill of determining, we begin to actively choose our outcomes. So as you're writing your intentions, you want to be sure that you can commit to doing some things that are going to support those intentions. And that's what the fire card is here to help you do. So be sure to ask for help and guidance in the next right steps that you need to take, and be willing to commit to them. That's what will make your intentions work. So VB, I don't know who VB is, but she's asking, he or she is asking, what if actions are not aligned with intentions? We change out actions, then intentions will follow through. So this is a good practice, and I'm glad we change our actions and the intentions will follow through. This is a good question, and I'm going to take the time to answer it here. When you set an intention, like let's say you want to lose weight, or you want to, that's an easy one to give examples to. Think about actions you can commit to that will cause that intention to happen. So let's say you're going to exercise more. How many days, and just pick something, for instance, walking. Maybe you can commit to walking 3 times a week. Absolutely do not say, I'm going to revamp my diet and I'm going to go to the gym every day. You won't do it. And when you don't do it, you stack up more, broken promises to yourself, and you literally block yourself from being able to follow through with any intention that has to do with health. Every time you do that, if you're wondering why back in the day it used to be easy and now it seems harder, that's why. So chunk it down, make it easy, make it something I can commit to drinking more water this month. And once you get that habit down, Add another one the next month. But do things that you can, instead of trying to change everything all at once, which is the American way, don't do that, because you can't and you won't. And that just makes it more difficult the next time. That's the beauty of this determining energy with fire. It's like, if you want to get real and really make this work, set an intention and take a few action steps that will lead you there that you can actually do. And then it will get easier. The more, just like you've maybe built a snowball in your way, you can melt that snowball by just backing it up, setting an intention that you can actually live with, and then taking some steps toward it. The beautiful thing about intentions is you're just saying, I'm going to head in this direction. You're not, unless you really, make those big overarching goals, what you're saying to the universe is, this is where I want to go. But if you really want to be powerful and make those work, then take a few action steps in that direction. I send out the link in the email. Somebody asked where the link is to get these cards. I sent it out in the email that you got where you signed up for this ceremony, and I will send it out again when I send out the recording. So it's on my website, Celestial Forest Institute, but I'll just send the link and then you'll be fine. Okay. All right, let's move on. We got a couple more here. I could get talking about this for hours. So I love this one too, Spirit. And this is perfect. As above, so below, as within, so without. When we speak of the realm of spirit, sorry about the loud cars, we speak to the unseen, the force of consciousness that we cannot totally know. Sometimes referred to as ether, this realm can be understood as an unseen substance that thinks. I like to think of it as the goddess. We can impress our thoughts into this substance, and it creates from that information. This is why we, tell everyone to change your thoughts, to do affirmations, because it impresses that into the substance that thinks. When we consider as above, so below, we're speaking of an idea that ever is happening in our own unseen realm, the mind. That's the as above. It's happening also in our below realm, our physical world. Likewise, whatever we're holding within us will outpicture outside of us. And this teaching has been with us in all the sacred teachings. As someone thinks in their heart, so is he, so is she. It's been around for a long time. It's embedded into the framework of our existence. It's always good for us to take inventory of our life and look at it through a different lens. When you see something in your world that you don't want, ask yourself, what are you holding in your mind and your heart that are causing it to show up in your outside world? Is it time to make an adjustment in your as above or your as within, so you can see a difference in your so below and your so without? So ponder that for a little bit. Are there things that you're holding on to, belief systems that maybe you need to adjust a little bit? So there are several prosperity cards in this deck. And the one I pulled, which this is a perfect Capricorn card, the one I pulled for today is growing wealth. And the question here is, do you have a plan for growing wealth? Most of us are just happy to get to the end of the month and still have a little room to breathe. But putting aside just a little bit of cash every month to build a nest egg to actually use to grow more, that's a concept that may be foreign to the average person. But this is a solid money practice that can shift your money into a whole other realm. So most of us think about, well, it's written right here. It says, you see, right now you are working to acquire money. You go out and you do the work and somebody gives you money. But what if your money was making money for you? Even if it's just a little bit, even if you just get a Robinhood account to do, have a little investment, it shifts the energy of your mindset around money. I mean, it looks simple and little, but it's huge because suddenly there's money you didn't have to work for. And, if you get into the right stocks, it can give you money every month, even if it's just a little bit. It's going to shift the way you think about money. What if it was working so you didn't have to? This is a mindset shift as much as it is a bottom line shift. And the wonderful thing about it is that it doesn't take much. Even if you just skipped going out to eat one meal a month and began to save it, there are many ways to invest that money so it begins to work for you. And there's lots of them that are available to anyone. You don't need hardly any money to start one of those accounts. Even if you just go out and buy a silver dollar every month, those things are $23 a piece, but it is a solid asset that's never going to lose its value. You could stockpile them. I mean, it's a wonderful way to begin to plan to grow your wealth. So I love planting that seed because it took me a long time to begin to see that that's not for other people, it's for everyone. And we can all do that, and we can begin to make friends with money because people with money can do more things. We can change the world if we have the resources to do so. And that's what we're all about. So journal with that for just a minute. And so last but not least, my little commercial. If you got the email for this, you've already seen this. But if you're looking for something to up level everything in your world, crystalline consciousness technique is the tool for you. If you haven't ever learned about it, send me an email and we can chat. I can send you a video that will help explain the concepts a lot better. We're doing personal levels for everybody. I think everybody on the planet needs to be utilizing this system because it bypasses the electromagnetic field and works in the crystalline field. It's what got me through the pandemic. Everyone around me was dropping like flies, and I was happy as a jaybird. And it was because I was plugged into that system. So if you are interested in learning personal level, sign up quick. Those slots are going to go quick. Professional level, you have to have taken personal level first. And if you want to share it with other people, use it to work on people. If you're a healer, it takes the codependency of the healer-client relationship out of the picture. It's a beautiful system, and I would love to talk to you more about it. So you can learn more about it at this link down here at the bottom of the page, or you can email me, and I'm going to be sending out emails anyway. It's on the email that you signed up for this ceremony on, so you can jump in there and learn. All right, everybody, we need to dance. And here's the link for the cards. celestialforestinstitute.com/alchemy profitable priestess cards with little dashes in between. And that link will also be in the email. All right, everybody, I'm going to get us some music. We want to activate our intentions. So when we move our body, we stir up and activate all those elemental energies that we have just been swimming in. So it's way time to do that and get the ball rolling. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Here we go. All right, oops, you guys, it's going to start playing again before I get over there. I took it down. Don't want that to happen. Maybe nope. All right, everyone. I couldn't get that to go up because of all the little messages. That's so funny. All right. I'm going to close this out before I mess up something else. I give thanks to the elemental forces for holding space for us today. I give thanks for all of these wonderful souls who have showed up to do their sacred work. And I close this circle in the light. All right, lovelies. I will see you again next time. You are so, so, so welcome. Let's see if I can get us out of here. Here we go.